Hey, what's up everybody, it's your boy Commandments of Patience, aka Ryan Chunky, back again with a new video. So, today I'll be doing the Son of the Void part 4, so let's get started.
Maybe in a million miles on a highway through the skies. Someday soon we'll be together.
No, I honestly don't think you can become a hero.
So, last time I think I told you that the Loris came up to Deku, picked him up because he was injured from the bullet shots and stuff. So, and like the Loris told Izuku, told Momo that Izuku would be fine, but he need to get healed. And with that, let's say Izuku was taken to like with the Loris and put it in kind of capsule and hid it in the moon or something. So like as you see the screen, like this is what will happen, like this will awaken Izuku's power. So as you see, like let's say the main guy right here in the middle called Vor, he's trying to collect the people have this void kinda ish power. So he was hunting them down, killing them kind of stuff. So when he heard there was a frame that was like here, so basically he wanted to get it. So he picked up the key with the gate opener thing, and as you see this gate opened up. So Izuku, like let's say Izuku had like kind of vision that he had to choose from 3 different frames: Excalibur, Mag and Vault. So basically I'm gonna with like everybody classic frame that like everybody mostly choose Excalibur. So yeah, it's only if you want to pause the video and read the like the information about each frame, you can. So yeah, so let's say that Izuku pick up the Excalibur. So now as you see the capsule of the frame Excalibur is just opened. Vor is trying to talk, he pushes like minions to try to get the frame. He tried to put kind of seal or cuff on the like Izuku's frame thing, so Vor can control it. But as you see the frame is like slowly rising up, and at this moment the Loris is charging the Excalibur with the energy, so he can like lose kind of mess around with the seal or the cuff. So the first ability that Izuku will have in this frame is the sword slash. As you see, he can slash through enemies. As you see at this like gameplay, there is no damage taken because like it's only the tutorial of it at the beginning, so you know. And so he have to slash through the first wave of enemies like in this part, so he slashes through them, and then more enemies came up to him. He started fighting them, running around, try to dodge some bullets and stuff. Like he was nervous at this moment, so you can, so you know. So after like let's say, so now he finished. So the Luchas tried to contact with him. For some reason Izuku can't talk. As I told you before, Izuku was in kind of like coma state, so he only can control the frame. He can't speak. So little Loris tried to contact him in the frame thing, try to give him some information and the thing he needs to do. So Izuku will start running around until he got to like past the gate. He slashed through for some reason, tried to test again. So now he will like jump from the bridge basically. So he ran and jump. I don't know why in the gameplay it just choose the slash. So yeah, so he will not choose this weapon, he will choose the sword. Okay, yeah, so at this gameplay he will choose the sword. And yeah, I don't know why I downloaded this gameplay and tried to do all like over voice real thing. So yeah, so when he tried to go around, some enemies came up to him, he starts slashing them with his sword, like splitting them in half, killing them. But like the enemies kind of robot thing, you know, so there is no difference. So after that, he reached like at the gate, he slide down or crouch, like he can go in stealthy mode behind the enemy and give him an like finishing move. So he go to the next next room. So he was running like as not fast, only to make it as stealth as possible and give another finishing move to the enemy. He will they will like give him even like shuriken or pistol. So let's say Izuku will pick up the pistol thing. So yeah, so he tried to like do Genji move on them, like to like get away from the bullets and stuff. So after he ran away, come on. So let's say that each frame has his own ability and stuff. So yeah, I'm gonna stop the gameplay thing because it's kind of useless thing. I don't know. Yeah, I'm gonna stop it. Sorry guys, I'm gonna continue with the black screen. Yeah, so I might continue with the black screen or not, I don't know. So yeah, so let's say after, like as I told, I removed the screen thing. So yeah, as let's say yeah. So the next thing that Izuku picked up, like after fighting some enemies and stuff, he picked up some kinda rifle thing, you know. So he went through the enemies going until he reached one point when he found Vor. Vor started shooting some beams at him to try like control him, but he uses like his sword to like get through the beam, like his sword kind of works like a mirror, you know. So when he tried to go through the door closed before he went. So he got back, got to a couple like computers, hacked them. Let's say the 3 computers, each one is in a kind of different place. So he went to the one, hacked it, killed the enemy, second and the third, like the same thing happened. So after that he started running, sliding and doing like bullet jumps, and you can look for it like bullet jump. So until he got, when he got to a kind of spaceship thing. So Izuku like right now, when he tried to like when he got it on the ship, tried to turn it on, it didn't. So he started charging it with some energy until like the engines and the light turning on, and Ortiz started talking to him and said, "Oh, it's you, Master, what happened to you?" And with that, Ortiz told the frame that he needs some time to prepare to for them to get launched to the space and going around. So He basically gave attacks to Izuku to protect the ship until they're ready. So Izuku starts killing some heavy enemies, and they were like doing a lot. And the second ability is kind of like flashbang thing he do with his sword, so he used it too. And yeah, after they felt like the finish got ready, Izuku got in and they went out to the space. So Izuku was still thinking why he cannot talk, like why. So until like a transmission of Loris came up to his mind and told him that you're kind of coma state and you can control this frame and you can get more, but you can't talk because you're in a coma. So yeah, and you have to get healed. It will take time to get healed, so you need to collect some materials, weapons and frames so you can fight with them. So with that, he starts his missions going through like a planet look like Earth, but it's kind of different. So let's say the first mission he was looking for something, materials and stuff to like improve his spaceship, and he's like helper Ortiz basically. So he went like through the waves of enemies, killing them and stuff until he got his third ability, which is like, well, let's say when he like forces sword on the ground, it will kind of make an earthquake or something. So yeah, and so after going, let's say it's gonna take time to go through the missions. Let's say after 1 year. So Izuku was 11 or 12 ish, I don't remember. So he got kind of decent of frames, so he got decided to go to Venus, go through some like missions to get like a needed warframe. So the frames I will give him, like for Izuku I will give him so Excalibur, Volt, Gas, Rhino, Vauban, Limbo, Excalibur Prime, or Excalibur Umbra, and Anubius and Ash for now. So not all of them they have him, like he have them all right at the moment. So he basically have Excalibur, Rhino, Vauban and Limbo at this moment. So as I said, he went to the like Venus and he was given a quest by the Lotus to kill a big monster thing. If you know about this mission, you are really good at playing this game. So he went there and he decided to go with Vauban, let's say, because Vauban has some great abilities to capture and do some damage. So let's say it took him really a long time to kill him because he was alone. So let's say it took him around 16 hours or 2 days to kill it. So yeah, and after he finished the mission, he got some like core thing, like what the, and he went to the market and sold him for some like cash he needed later. So after like doing that, he got transmission from the Lotus, told him that he needs to get to his ship. There's something happening in Earth. So Izuku went back, and this to his original planet. So basically, he decided to go back, and the frame he chose, he went to he went with Limbo because he wants to be invincible for them, so they cannot see him, because he can enter a similar dimension but nothing in it, so nobody can see him. So he chose Limbo and got to this exact location when he saw like people screaming, building falling, and let's say it's the fight between All For One and All Might. So Izuku was helping people without them kind of noticing, because he starts opening his portals dimension thing, letting people enter, and when they get safe, he opened them again to let them go out. So at the fight, Izuku was like standing in the tall building watching his father All Might fighting All For One, just chilling around. Like, he hated his father. He started looking like right to left, looking for Inko or his brother, but they were not there. So the fight continued with like some damage going around. Izuku jumping time to time to evade the problems he probably will be having. So let's say so after like a time, Inko showed up, start screaming like at All Might and said, please come back alive and defeat him. And like Izuku's brother, I think I called him Rigeshi, so like said the same. So until like the last moment when All Might delivered a heavy punch to All For One's face, and All Might was had like All For One delivered a punch to his chest, which like he entered his organs. So like All For One still wanted to deliver another punch, but like at that moment Izuku jumped in front of All Might, opened like his dimension thing to protect him. He hated with his father, but he's doing a like a great service to be a hero. So he opened the like his dimension thing and protected All Might. So, and with that, like he moved aside, and when All For One delivered the punch, it went through All Might. All Might was kind of in a shock state, because he was kind of, you know, because like the punch really went through him and he didn't feel any pain, but he felt the scar from the like earlier was hitting. So like let's say Izuku in a limbo frame like bent down beside All Might and put his hand above his head and start emitting a green smoke. The green smoke was healing All Might, but not healing like fully, no. Let's say as the canon happened to All Might, basically. He didn't want to heal him for like fully things, so you know. And after that, he turned around, start walking back to like All For One. He switches his frame, shoes like with that he like equipped Rhino and dashed to All For One. I gave him a great scar on his face. With that, he looked around, got back to Limbo, and looked at All Might, Inko, and Toshi. And with that, he started leaving. When All Might tried to stop Izuku, starts screaming to her, "Hey, wait up! What are you doing here? It's only a hero job to do thing." Izuku couldn't reply, so the only thing he can emit smoke and starts like show him as text thing. At the text read, "If a hero wanted to die earlier than wanted to be, you should quit because you had a great scar. Don't be our #1 hero because you really lost a lot of things. You show your face to like the whole world that you're gonna protect them, and with what? You had great injury. You have nothing to do more. Look for something who will protect this world and become the next #1 hero, because you already lost." How can I say, like, lost my... Like, I don't trust you anymore, like, you're worthless to me. And with that, Izuku left like his shape came up to him like close, and he jumped, got in, and with that he left. So let's say for the next 3 years. So now Izuku is kind of 15. He kept doing mission. He got a lot of frames. So now until he was done with, so it's time for him to get almost to get his body back healed and fully with the void power and things. So Izuku like went to his ship, start looking around, crafting some weapons, some materials and stuff, like, and blueprints, you know the deal. So until like the Loris called him out and told him that this guy is looking for your body to kill you. You need to go to the moon now. So Izuku got to the moon. He decided to go with the limbo because it's easier for him to pick up his body and be safe. So Izuku got in. He's like, when he saw the moon was really different. Isn't the usual moon. It's a kind of different one. So he got in, went through like some ancient kind of angel kind of enemies, shooting laser beams at him. So thanks to his like own dimension thing, he can evade them easily. So he start like going in and out from his dimension while slashing them, trying to do heavy damage on them until killing them. It took him really like a time to get to his body. So let's say when Izuku got to the like really close to his body, the plant starts, some kind of plant starts opening up, and the like capsule thing got in and put it on the ground. When it's open, it shows Izuku's body kind of different. Let's say in this capsule was improving his health, his body and stuff, so you know the deal. And so after like let's say Izuku got his body as a limbo, he woke up. No, let's say after the capsule opened, the limbo fall down, like kind of kneeling position. So Izuku was crawling to get to his frame, slowly but heavily. After he reached there, he starts like using his energy to activate his frame again. So the limbo like picked him up, but the enemy came up to him and shot him. So the enemy was still thinking what to do with Izuku's body, if he wanted to kill it or not. With that, he disappeared, and Izuku got back to his frame. He got in the 2 dimension. He was walking around, the ancient enemy like attacking him, but the attacks going through him, so he didn't care until he got to his ship. And with that, he got back to the like one room, so he can use it to at least get like to heal his leg movements and physical body. So when he tried to use his energy to charge it, Izuku was caught by the same enemy. So basically Izuku and the enemy fought in kind of way until Izuku won and got the broken world sword basically. With that, he got to the like new room and started healing his body. So after 2 days, he woke up. He could move again, thankfully. So with that, he decided to go back to Earth. So